Today's topic is about safety while on the road. You're not going to see me in this, but I have to show you what's going on here. I purchased from the Salvation Army, a nice little emergency type pack. It's got a nice bunch of nice little compartments in it. You can pick up whatever you want for your size. What we're going to talk about is the basics of what to carry as far as your first aid kit is concerned. Now, of course, you're going to go ahead and add more to it to personalize your own needs. Now, for Sally and I, we basically went to the store and we checked out the first aid kits. I took a couple of pictures of their contents, and being from the medical field, I've got a couple of knowledge of what to put in my cases. So here's a basic layout. Your basic first aid kit, which you should have with you at all times. Over here I have a different assortment of band-aids. Small ones, large ones, knuckle band-aids, fingertip band-aids, regular dot band-aids, the dreaded, because you can't get to a doctor in time, the butterfly bandages, which are really good. They come in handy. I bang my head all the time, and I'm always bleeding and doing something right or doing something wrong. So Sally needs a kit that she can get to quick. Like I said, the bandages, oval eye patch. You get something in your eye you can't get to the doctor right away. Flush it, put a pad on, and it'll help. It definitely will. I did a lot of this stuff at Dollar General, Dollar Tree, and so you can put together a kit relatively easy. Antiseptic travel pack wipes for larger things that you need to clean. Obviously, if you're helping someone else and you have a phobia about the blood, it's a good thing. It's a bad thing. You think you do what you think is right. Safety first, always. So I always make sure that I've got myself a set of latex gloves. A lot of these things you can actually get if you go to the doctors and they're there while you're thinking about it. You can say, "Wow, can I have a set of those?" And they're usually good about giving them to you. Over here I have sting relief. This is a nice little. It's an antiseptic pad. Use one time, throw it away. It's a pain reliever antiseptic for insect bites. And then of course this here you might want to get more of. You might want to get less of, depending on what how often you would use it. This is burn cream. Along with your burn cream, we have triple antibiotic, which you can pick up relatively cheap. The hydrocortisone cream is always good. It's a fast itch and rash relief. It works really, really good. Antiseptic towelettes. Now, I don't know one way or the other. Sometimes the antiseptic towelettes, the little pads here, they have more alcohol in them than the alcohol prep pads do over here. So I carry both of them just in case. I don't know if you realize it or not, but women, you know what these are. These come really, really in handy for an emergency compress if you have a very, very profusely bleeding, type thing. Smaller gauze pads, different size gauze pads for different situations. You can get ice cream sticks at the dollar store. You can get anything to use as an applicator as well as a stick. I chose, believe it or not, 7-Eleven, and just grab yourself a small handful of stir sticks when they're wooden ones, not plastic ones. When they're wooden ones, it works out really good. A tourniquet, a lightweight tourniquet. You'll notice that there are needles in here. Now, you may not need needles. However, I am a diabetic, and you might come across someone who is a diabetic and has either ran out of needles, has insulin, but no way to administer it. It's always nice to have something like this just in case. It's a just in case. The other thing is you can take the needle off the end and you can fill it with water and use it for an eye wash before you put your iPad on, which really works out good. These here are separate packs that just came with kits that I have had over the years. This non-aspirin ibuprofen. This is a neat idea. I got this from the Veterans Clinic, but you can get them at the dollar store. There's just a pill bottle, 1 week's worth of pills. And what you can do is if you have an overabundance or you want to carry a little bit more, put whatever you want in here. Not your regular daily pills, but these are like emergency type things. I like to refer to it as you can put Benadryl, aspirin, ibuprofen, things of that nature. Anti-gas pills if you need it, anything like that. And with a silver marker, you can just mark the top, and then that way all your pills are basically in one spot, which really works out good. So I haven't put them in here yet, but I'm going to add those to it. Again, if you are doing anything and you need to wrap this, you've got to have some type of tape, some type of a medical adhesive tape. So I've got 3 different sizes here, which works out really good. Kleenex. Kleenex is definite. You may end up using a whole thing in an emergency situation because you don't have a rag, along with the compress and all like that. That's good cleanup. It's something nice to have, and it's very compact. They're very cheap. You buy one. Like I said, over here is your scissors and tweezers. You have to have a pair of tweezers, and you have to have a scissors to cut anything that you may have, your tape or whatever. This is always a good thing to use before you get started. Everybody uses this. It's the antibacterial cream. You just wash your hands real quick. Like, it's not the best in the world but in an emergency situation, this will work really, really good. To get you going. Ace bandages. Ace bandages are always a good thing. Ace bandages you can use if you don't have tape or tape won't stick or any type of thing. You can use this type of a compress over a large wound, and you can use the ace bandage to hold it in place. They're not that much. A flashlight. Some type of a light thing that you can use at nighttime. Really, is important in a situation. You can get the long Q-tip syringes and use those for applications as an applicator. But again, they cost. Who doesn't have Q-tips? So you can just grab yourself a little bit of Q-tips, put it in the Ziploc bag, and away you go. That there. This here, I don't know if anybody is familiar with it. If you're not, it's called KT tape. I'm going to open this up here real quick. I can show you. You've got a sore muscle. You pull a muscle like that. You're out in the middle of bicycling and you pull a tendon in your leg or whatever. This here is called KT tape support. It's kind of like another tendon. It's a add-on tendon, and you can just peel it and stick it on, and it gives you different places for shin splint, for quad strains. If you have a ankle sprain, ankle sprains work really good. Rib, if you bang into something, fall off your bicycle or whatever, you can stretch this across and tape it right on your body, and it stays very, very good. I recommend, I'll do this here. This is the video that you can go to, and it's called KT tape. Comes in different colors, and if you want to get fancy, runners, whatever it is, it's nothing else other than the fact that it's if you pull a muscle. It's not like, if you pull them off, especially I've used it if you sprain an ankle. If you're out on a walk and you sprain an ankle, you can stretch that around your ankle, and it gives you different directions on how to apply it for an ankle, for a wrist, for a neck pull, or for a rib, anything. It gives you directions on what you need to do. And it's not really expensive, and you probably get about, I'd say 15 or 20 of these small strips. Where did I go? Oh, here they are. Here. About 15 or 20 of these strips, and the thing is they stretch just like yeah, they stretch just like these here will, but you don't want to stretch them too much, because it's kind of like if you stretch it and stretch it too tight, then it doesn't have anywhere to give, and it will come off easy. You want to give it just a small tug. It takes a little bit of getting used to working it, but godsend. I love these things. And that's the basic first aid kit. Of course, if you're going to add more to it, you're going to add more to it that's going to be personalized for yourself. When I purchased this, I went ahead and bought enough Band-Aids and KT tape and things like this, and paid, what, 59 cents, I think, for a little one of these. I'm going to tape it up, and I'm going to put it on my bicycle, so I have you're always falling off, bruising your knee. I've got different size Band-Aids in here. I actually made, I bought enough to actually make 3. This is going to go in the van. It's going to be our emergency kit that we take with us on the road, obviously. But Sally has an additional car. I have enough to where I'm basically copying this whole setup and putting it inside her car in another small pouch also. If you tow a car, if you tow a car, if you're living in a camper and you have a vehicle, it's nice to make make a smaller version of this pack and put it underneath the seat or whatever. So because you never know where you're at. Be prepared for the emergency. That's what the whole idea is. Be prepared. If you're in a camper, not a camper, but a box camper, put one of these in the small. In a small cubby hole space in there. You want it close by. You can also put it, like I said, in a separate car. If you disconnect from a trailer or whatever you can get it like that. You can take and you can put together a small thing like this for a bicycle that attaches to your bicycle, and it's cheap and as easy as it is to put together. You can buy 2 and you can throw it in a backpack, so that when you do go on a hike, you've got a couple of these KT tapes, some aspirin or whatever, things in this nature. So you don't cut your trip halfway. Because, I mean, if it's a major problem, yes, that you would. But, I mean, if not, and you're like, oh, man, it really hurts, I'd just rather go back to the van. Well, no, you don't have to go back to the van. You can just take care of this and go on your merry way. Of course, you'll notice that there's no water or anything like that. I'm putting together a separate pack that will go with this edition that has, you can buy, let me move over here and I'll get it real quick so I can show you. Emergency pouches. You can get emergency pouch of purified drinking water, the hikers type stuff. Also, they have pouchos and emergency lights, sticks that would go on, glow sticks. I find this very interesting. When I was purchasing this stuff, this here is really good. This is for 2 people. This is your SOS food brick. Works really good. Never tried them, but being in the military, it's always nice to be prepared. There is actually enough in this vacuum sealed piece to feed 2 people, and I have 6 of these for if you're caught out in the middle and you don't know where you're at and you're waiting for help to get to you. This will feed you for almost 4 days. 2 people for 4 days. That it'll give you the supplement that you need to survive. Those are good. Like I said, the glow sticks are really nice to have. And if glow stick is nice to have, it doesn't take up a lot of space in case of emergency. And the flashlight, you've never used it, and sure enough, the time that you decide you want to go use it, the battery's out. So I'm going to add some water. I'm going to add some food bricks to it, to this case here, make it a complete survival type thing. You can add, take away, do whatever, customize it to yourself, but this here is the basics. And you know, for emergency purposes. I hope this was informative enough, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.